Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. My name is Perry and I am the Hustle Teacher. I welcome you to my YouTube channel and I invite you to press the like button, and if you have not subscribed, please do so that we can continue learning. Like I said, I am the Hustle Teacher, and maybe you have been wondering what to do. That's why I am here for you to encourage you. We all know how the world is, and therefore, uh, we must try to pull up our socks so that at least we get to make the ends meet by all means. No matter how the dollar depreciates, no matter how the economy becomes tough, the only option we have is to become tougher. Even the Bible says that we plant our seed in the morning, we plant it in the afternoon, and even in the evening, because you don't know the one that will yield. Therefore, we are not supposed to just be one-sided. We are not supposed to put all our eggs in one basket in terms of economy. Therefore, that's why I am here to teach us how we can at least improve our lives, because we realize that from the time we graduate or from the time we finish our studies and we get into employment, then we now start a routine. The routine continues, and in no time you find yourself retiring. You look at the 20 years you have been in employment, and by the time you retire, you are like, oh, is this really what I bargained for after all the efforts? But it is not your fault. You did your best, and God opened the opportunity, you got the employment, but life is tough generally. Therefore, we encourage people to have a side hustle just from the main income. Nowadays, life is the way it becomes tough, the way things come up, even to get the extra coin. For example, I am a teacher by profession, I am a life coach, and I am an entrepreneur. I do a lot of things because one salary or one source of income cannot fit the big dreams that I have for myself and for my family. Therefore, I am here so that we can may walk in this journey together. Have you subscribed? Thank you so much. Now we continue. And to our first point, we realize that normal working hours are normally 8 in a day. You work from morning up to maybe 5 o'clock in the evening, or 4. Let's just say the average amount of time that people normally work is 8 hours. That is what most professionals do. But what if you came up with a way to create for yourself extra time for extra coin? Now that sounds very sweet, isn't it? But now I know you're wondering, how do you mean? Or how can I create extra time? We all have 24 hours in a day. Now, today I will teach you how to create for yourself 26 extra hours in every week. And you can imagine 1 month has 4 weeks. How many hours can you have in 3 months extra if you create for yourself 26 hours each week? But how, Teacher Perry? How do you create 26 hours? Well, when you come in the evening, you can create for yourself 2 hours every day. In 5 days in 5 working days, that is 10 extra hours. After you have spent time with your family, after you have done what you normally do, you can assign yourself as your own boss. You assign yourself and say, these 2 hours, I will use them to put effort into my side hustle. Do you know, from Monday to Friday or from Sunday to Thursday, depending on where you are, because like me, I am talking to you from Saudi Arabia in the Gulf, and here we work from Sunday through Thursday. So you see, at least every 5 days of the week, when you create for yourself extra 2 hours after the normal working hours, and these 2 hours you put them into your side hustle, do you know you have 10 extra hours? Now let's go to the weekend. Instead of spending the weekend, which is a full 48 hours, doing other things. You can make the weekend for yourself out of self-will. You say, instead of wasting my weekends, I will make them like the normal working days. The way I normally work on a working day from 8 to 5, now for my weekend, I will be using the same 8 hours and put them into my side hustle. Now, when you put 8 hours on Saturday, 8 hours on Sunday, if you are in our country, Kenya, or anywhere in the world where they follow that weekly routine, and if you are in the Gulf, probably, and you have the Friday and the Saturday, those are 16 extra hours. If you use the 16 extra hours for your side hustles, plus the 2 hours for each and every working day to put into your side hustle, do you know you have 26 extra hours? Trust me, my friend, by the end of the month, by the end of 3 months, by the end of 6 months, whatever effort you have been putting into your side hustles for this extra 26 hours, and you have been doing it intentionally and in a disciplined way, it will yield a lot of fruits, and I'm sure the fruits will be so sweet when they are ripe. The other point that I have concerning a side hustle is locating your passion. People say, find your sweet spot. What are you good at? Are you good at taking photos? Are you good at drawing? Are you good at knitting? Are you good at, designing clothes, but still you are a secretary? Are you good at maybe entertainment? Do you talk much? You can create for yourself a side hustle from what you love, because it is out of self-will and the needs that are involved. When you do this, imagine you will not be bored. You will not be annoyed because you are gaining as you enjoy. Personally, I love organizing. I like planning. Therefore, I came up with a side hustle of event management. But you see, sometimes you can choose a side hustle that you don't know how to go about it, which takes me to my next point that we shall discuss today. After you have located your sweet spot or the side hustle that you like and that you enjoy, now maybe you don't have the information of how you can use it to bring in the coin. Remember, the main reason why you go for a side hustle is to get the extra money, because the money we have, it just pays bill and you never grow with it. It pays bill and the process continues like that. So we go for the extra hustle to get the extra coin that you manage to meet your goals and even to save up for the time that you will not be able to do what you can do when you are young. So when you have located the side hustle that you like and you have chosen and you have considered factors, now you're supposed to buy the experience that you don't have. For example, you may want to, maybe you love baking, but you can just bake a cake for your family, but you see nobody will just buy the brown cake. So what you do, you can go and get yourself online classes on baking. You can go to school. That's what I mean by buying the knowledge of what you don't have. Nowadays, everything is on YouTube. You can just try and Google, how do we decorate cakes? How do we sell them? You can go to someone who has been doing this and you can pay them to show you how to go about it, the presentation, how do you get orders for the cakes, and what do customers love. That's what I mean by buying the experience of what you don't know concerning your side hustle. When you do all these things, by the time you are done buying the experience, it might reach even a place that you may even have to hire the experience. What do I mean? Maybe you have learned, but you see, when you learn something online, you might need the practical part of it. So what do? You might bring in someone to help you. I'm taking the example of the cake. You might bring in someone to help you do it, and in 2 days, 3 days, you'll be perfect with it. So you see, when you have created 26 extra hours for yourself in every week, by utilizing the weekend very well, and the evenings you give yourself around 2 hours daily, then you locate your sweet spot, or what you love to do so much, and you buy the experience. My friend, you will be good to go. I hope you have subscribed, and I welcome you to keep on in this channel. Press the bell so that every time I put up a video, you will be in a position to know, and we shall all learn how to do things more and more, even as we empower ourselves, because poverty is bound to come, but we cannot just accept it. Instead, we fight it with action. May God bless you. My name is Perry, the Hustle Teacher. See you next time.